What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the preview of Manchester City's away match against Arsenal. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave your thoughts as well in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Do leave a thumbs up. It's a big game, so we're going to go for 200 likes. Any help towards that would be fantastic. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out today's video sponsor, which, like all my previews, is brought to you by BetMate. They're running a Premier League pot made up of just Arsenal taking on Manchester City. It's a £500 special pot, paying up to the top 25 places, £150 for the winner. It is £5 to join. It's a free app to download. The link is in the description. It's available to anybody who is 18 or over, and it is available in the UK only. If you use code JSGC10 on sign up, you'll get £10 in free bets, and you can use them free bets to join this pot for free. There's lots of pots available. There's not just game pots, but you've also got both teams to score. You've got full-time results with big prizes as well. It's a great app. Go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. I will speak more about BetMate later in the video. Finally, do remember, if you are going to gamble, please gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So some match information for this game taking place at the Emirates Stadium. It's Premier League match day number 8, taking place on Sunday, the 8th of October 2023, and it is the last game before another international break. It's a 4:30 PM BST kickoff time, and anybody that's going to the Emirates Stadium for this game, do enjoy yourselves. Alternatively, if you're watching in the UK, then the game is live on Sky Sports. I will be doing a live watch along for you guys to enjoy. I'll have the link out to that already out on my channel if you want to go and set your reminders for that. So, our opponents, Arsenal, formed in 1886. Some interesting facts about them: they're the only Premier League team to have gone unbeaten in a Premier League season. That was during the 2003-2004 season, where they finished on 90 points with 26 wins and 12 draws. They are the only professional team in England to have never been relegated. Their nickname is the Gooners. That's due to the accent, also known as the Gunners. But they were formed by a group of cannon makers in 1886 in Woolwich, London. That's why they're called the Gunners. In 1932, the tube station on Gillespie Road was renamed after Arsenal due to its close proximity to their old stadium, Highbury. It's the only tube station to date that is named after a football team. They're the 13-time top division champions, 14-time FA Cup champions, 2-time League Cup champions, but no Champions Leagues. Their manager, Mikel Arteta, former Manchester City assistant manager under Pep Guardiola. The game often gets referred to the master taking on the apprentice. Arsenal currently find themselves third in the Premier League, winning 5 and drawing 2 of their Premier League games so far, losing none, so they are unbeaten so far in the Premier League. They beat Bournemouth away 4-0 last weekend in the last Premier League game. However, they did lose their first game of the season on Tuesday night. That was away in Lens in France, losing 2-1. So Bukayo Saka limp off. He's 100% starting in this game. I'm not buying into all this. He's a doubt and he's injured and it's not happening. I will be incredibly surprised if Bukayo Saka doesn't start this game. Now, in terms of danger men, we already spoke about Saka. He's a quality player. City need to keep him quiet, and you do that by man-marking him out of the game, which opens up some space for some other players, including that of Gabriel Jesus, former Manchester City man. Leandro Trossard, to me, is another danger. He reminds me a lot of when you've got a powerful attack like Arsenal have got, and you spend so much time trying to keep the top quality players quiet that you end up getting one who ends up just drifting away, finding that space, and end up punishing teams like Manchester City. And Leandro Trossard has all the ingredients here of being able to spring a surprise on Manchester City. Arsenal, of course, potentially could be starting with Eddie Nketiah, with Gabriel Jesus moving to the left and Leandro Trossard on the right if Bukayo Saka isn't fit. There's lots of different ways that could go about this. I'm expecting Arsenal to start with Gabriel Jesus up top, Bukayo Saka on the right, and Leandro Trossard, I reckon, starts on the left, is what I think Arsenal's going to go for here. Got a good midfield. Kai Havertz, new signing brought in the summer from Chelsea. Martin Odegaard, their main danger man, creative player. He's a very good player. One of the only few Premier League players I look at when we play teams and I think I would like them at Manchester City. That player improves our team. And Martin Odegaard is one of them players I think would suit Manchester City really nicely. He's a big danger man in City. If they can keep him quiet, they might keep the supply to Arsenal's attackers quiet. It might keep this game low scoring, which I think if we can keep the score down would suit Manchester City. Declan Rice, of course, new signing, brought in for over £100 million from West Ham as well. They've got former Manchester City man Oleksandr Zinchenko potentially going in at left back. Could be Ben White going in at right back. Could be Tomiyasu. We'll see. Saliba, Gabriel going to be their centre backs, and of course expecting to see David Reyes, new signing brought in from Brentford in the summer, going in ahead of Aaron Ramsdale. Now, in terms of some injury news, Thomas Partey, he's out. Timber, new signing, he's out. And Gabriel Martinelli also out in this game. Saka hit and miss. I think he risks him, and I think he starts what's going to be his like 1,000th consecutive game for Arsenal. So my expected team here for Arsenal, I reckon it'll be Raya in goal, White right back, Zinni left back, Saliba and Gabriel as their two centre backs. I reckon it'll be a midfield three of Rice, Odegaard and Havertz, Saka on the right, Trossard on the left, and Gabriel Jesus going up top. Now, Manchester City, formed in 1894 as Manchester City, formed before that in 1880 as St. Mark. Some interesting facts about Manchester City: we're the current treble winners, we're the current Premier League champions, we've got 9 top division titles, we're the 7-time FA Cup winners, the 8-time League Cup winners, 1-time European Cup winners, 1-time European Super Cup winners, and 1-time Champions League champions as well. Led by the best manager in the world, Pep Guardiola, we find ourselves first in the Premier League, 18 points from 7 games. We've won 6 from 7 in the Premier League. Form wasn't great in the build-up to this. We'd lost away to Newcastle in the League Cup. Following that, last weekend, we lost away against Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-1. And all of a sudden, Manchester City were facing the prospect of, if we lost to Leipzig, it'd be 3 consecutive defeats, and it's not ideal heading into a difficult match away against Arsenal. However, we turned up in Leipzig, got that job done, and beat them 3-1 in Germany. Nice to get back to winning ways and may just spur the team on in a bit of confidence to push on and try and get a really good result here. Now, obviously, it'd be brilliant to go to the Emirates and win. In my opinion, I'd like to not lose this game and give any advantage to Arsenal, even if potentially that might mean Manchester City dropping into second and Liverpool going into first. We've got Liverpool coming at the end of November at the Etihad, so that doesn't concern me that much. There's lots of points still to be played for. Arsenal aren't going to be out of the title race if Man City win this match on Sunday. City aren't going to be out of the title race if Arsenal end up beating us. It's not a do-all and end-all. That starts to happen in the business end of the season at the end of the season. But what I will say, with Manchester City not having Kevin De Bruyne, he's out until February potentially, and us not having Rodri as he's suspended, if Arsenal can't beat us here with no Rodri and no Kevin De Bruyne, I will call into question the potential of what they've got to try and win this Premier League. I feel like if Arsenal are serious about winning this Premier League, they have to win this game. That sends the gauntlet out to Manchester City. It makes us think. Manchester City end up with 2 of our best midfielders not playing and still go to the Emirates and still win this game. All of a sudden, as I said, there's so many games left, Arsenal aren't out of the title race, but it's a huge blow. And in particular, with them being the home team, there's more pressure here on Arsenal than there is on Manchester City. And to me, if Arsenal want to win that Premier League, I think they need to win this game. For Manchester City, it's a case of do not lose. If we can win this game, I think Man City are firming themselves up here to be firm favourites when it comes to the Premier League. We do have John Stones back. We do have Bernardo Silva back. We've got dangers all over the pitch, but Bernardo Silva played in midweek. I'm not sure if he's going to be risked in this game or not. John Stones has only just come back from injury as well. Is he going to be risked? We'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. I'm going for Ederson to start in goal. A back three made up of Walker, Diaz and Ake. It's very unlucky for Josko Gvardiol to miss out, but I've gone with Nathan Ake because of his proven track record when it comes to pocketing Bukayo Saka. Ake has done a brilliant job on that. Didn't have his best game last weekend, but if he starts in this game, I'd like to see him man-marking Bukayo Saka because he's done it time and time again and just always seems to flourish when Bukayo Saka is on that pitch. I'm going with a midfield made up of Manuel Akanji and Mateo Kovacic and Rico Lewis. He was given more expression to go forward and create opportunities. He put in my opinion, the man of the match performance against RB Leipzig. I think Rico Lewis, if he doesn't start this game, is incredibly unlucky. I do have to tinker the team. We'll want experience. Bernardo Silva is back. He did play in midweek. He should be fit to go in this game as well, even if it's just for 60 minutes or so. But to me, Rico Lewis deserves to be starting this game. You earn your place in the Manchester City team, and so I would start Rico Lewis and I'd put him in a similar position to what we did against RB Leipzig. We can play as well as what we did against RB Leipzig. I think we come away from the Emirates with at least a point. The only big blow we've got is we've not got Rodri, so we have to basically move a like for like with Kovacic. Kovacic didn't have his greatest game against Wolves, but I'm backing him here to be able to get the job done for Manchester City. Julian Alvarez came off the bench. He was fantastic. Should be starting this game. Jeremy Doku, fantastic when he came off the bench against Leipzig. Should be starting this game. That means there's questions because there's big calls with no Rodri there. How do we move Kovacic into the team? Foden, Bernardo, Alvarez, one of them will miss out on the starting 11 if we want to go with Doku and Alvarez. Grealish, not even getting a mention in here. He's going to miss out, I reckon, and go with Jeremy Doku because you earn your place in the team. I think the biggest question mark I've got, I know Erling Haaland's going to start up top, but for me, I think the biggest question has to be about who goes on that right-hand side. Do you go with Foden? Do you go with Bernardo Silva? And if you go with one or the other, who goes into midfield? And if they do, who ends up missing out? I've heard some questions about Haaland not scoring them goals or not hitting the heights that he'd hit last season. He's a fantastic player, too good of a player not to be starting in this game. People have been asking, should Haaland be missing out and Alvarez moved in? Well, I feel like Alvarez is flourishing because Erling Haaland's drawing away at least 2 defenders at one time. It gives space for Julian Alvarez. You take Haaland out and you do a like for like with Alvarez. You watch how defenders hang around him and sit tight to him, and all of a sudden he would struggle. So to me, Haaland starts, Alvarez starts in this game. As I said, there's some players that are unlucky to miss out. I know there's been a lot of hate on Jack Grealish. I didn't think he had too bad of a game against Leipzig. He does what Jack Grealish does, which is hang tight, cut in, try and get onto his right foot, persists for 70 plus minutes for a tired RB Leipzig defence. You bring on Jeremy Doku and bam, he's on it on tired legs and makes that impact. He's a good impact sub. What do we go with? Big questions there for Pep and for Manchester City. Turn to my score prediction. I'm going for 2-2. My head's telling me Arsenal, with us not having Rodri and De Bruyne, may win this game 2-1. I'm going for 2-2. We need to have a perfect game to win this game. It needs to be a near perfect game for us to take points. Anything less, I think Manchester City lose this game. That's how tight this is. This is one of the most difficult games that we have this season. Turn to my betting tips. I think this is going to be a feisty game. I think both teams to score, quick tempo, 40 plus booking points. I think Foden, I'm going for him to bag a goal. He scored against Leipzig midweek. He starts for me, and I think he might score again in this game. Leandro Trossard, if I had to pick a player, would be the player I think that may score for Arsenal, if, of course, he does start. Now, moving on to today's video, sponsored BetMate. £500 pot, £5 entry fee. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC10 on sign up for £10 in free bets, and you can use them free bets to join this pot for free. The pot code is FF-ARS-MCI. I had to get that in because it's funny. My team then for this pot is Raya in goal, Ederson on the bench, Saliba and Walker as my 2 defenders with Gabriel on the bench, Foden and Odegaard as my midfielders with Kovacic on the bench, and Alvarez and Haaland as my 2 attackers with Gabriel Jesus on the bench. You can select up to 6 players from one team. I've gone with 6 City players, 5 Arsenal players for my BetMate team. Go and check it out. Links and details, they are in the description. So there we go. That has been today's preview. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a thumbs up. 200 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, they're in the description if you want to go and check them out. Email also in the description if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Links and details, they're in the description. Live watch on link already up. Go and set your reminders. I'll see you Sunday. I've got my vlogs out from Leipzig as well on this channel and on my partner channel, JSGC Football. Links in the description. Go and check them out. Incredible videos, and I'll see you all again real soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.